Little is known about St. Thomas the Apostle prior to his time as one of Jesus' disciples. His birth and death dates are both unknown, and he was beatified and canonized prior to the establishment of the Catholic Church. However, the Church recognizes St. Thomas as the patron saint of architects, and his feast day is celebrated July 3rd. Thomas was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus, who is best known for doubting the resurrection. When Christ rose, Thomas was unable to immediately believe, which earned him the title Doubting Thomas. 8 days following the resurrection, Jesus appeared to the apostles, and Thomas was gently rebuked for his disbelief. To prove Christ had risen, Thomas was allowed to see and touch the wounds in the Son of God's palms and side where the nails had held Jesus to the cross during his crucifixion. When he realized Christ had indeed been resurrected, Thomas cried, "My Lord and my God," which served as a public profession of faith in the divinity of Jesus. St. Thomas has been mentioned in different texts, including one document called The Passing of Mary, which claims then Apostle Thomas was the only one to witness the Assumption of Mary into heaven. Mary was assumed body and soul into heaven. It is unclear if she died prior to her Assumption, but according to the text, the other apostles were present at her death while Thomas was in India. Following her burial, Thomas was transported into her tomb, where he witnessed her bodily assumption into heaven. Her girdle dropped, and when the other apostles hesitated to believe she had been assumed into heaven, the girdle and empty tomb served as sufficient evidence. According to tradition, Thomas was killed in an accident when a fowler shot at a bird but struck Thomas instead. Following his death, some of his relics were taken to Edessa, and the rest were kept in what is now known as present-day India, where they can still be found within the San Thome Basilica in Chennai, Mylapore. It is currently believed that St. Thomas's skull rests in the monastery of St. John the Theologian in the Greek island of Patmos. Images of St. Thomas often depict him as a young man holding a scroll, in reference to his architectural background. He is also shown as a young adult touching the resurrected Christ's wounds. In earlier works, such as during the medieval and early Renaissance periods, St. Thomas can be found holding the Virgin Mary's girdle as she is assumed into heaven.